Hey guys, I'm Anestic and today I will show you how I do Mannheim the most efficient way. All you will have to do is shoot only once with your sniper weapon. And yeah, after you will kill Mannheim, you will have to exit as soon as possible. So you will be able to skip first phase, which will save you around 10 to 15 seconds. So yeah, you will have to be quick. And as you can see, we can skip this phase where you will have to kill 2 elite enemies, and you can go instantly for Mannheim. And now you have to use your deviation skills again, and you should be able to one-shot Mannheim like this. You don't have to use any melee weapons, but if you will have not enough damage, now I will show you my rotation with additional melee weapon if you will want to deal some more damage. But if your mods will be good enough, you don't have to use melee weapon at all, as you are able to see. And now let me show you how I do it with melee weapon. So now we'll go a bit slower. I will explain you. So basically you will want to dash and shoot meanwhile. So you will be sitting only at one bullet when you will get to the boss fight. As you can see now we'll have one bullet only. Now we can swap to our melee weapon, use ice crystal, summon deviation, destroy ice crystal, use butterfly skill, and shoot once with your main weapon, and boss should be dead. As you can see, it was pretty simple. And I think now I can explain you my setup, my exact setup which I used for this boss fight. So let's go over my setup now. And starting with main weapon, you don't want to use rapid shot style calibration because we'll be shooting only once. So you want to deal as much damage as possible. And since rapid shot style calibration will lower your attack, so we will want to use either stability or mobility calibration. I'm using stability, but mobility should be slightly better because it will give you some additional movement speed which will be nice to have, you know? Yeah, so I'm using basically stability style with additional critical rate. And when it comes to mod, which you want to use, you want to use Shatter Them All with Shrapnel Suffix. And this is what I'm using on my main weapon. So basically some additional range, accuracy, stability, reload speed, mobility, and this is the ammo type which you will want to use. And when it comes to secondary weapon, I'm not even using secondary weapon, so we can skip it. And if you will want to include your melee weapon, because let's say you will don't have enough damage to one-shot the Mannheim, then this is what I'm using, basically some additional movement speed. And unfortunately, you can't make this weapon. You will have to drop it. And fastest way to get this weapon will be doing the Mannheim or Giant, you know? These two bosses will give you very nice chance to get this weapon. Yeah, and when it comes to my armor setup, this is what I'm using, basically similar setup to my setup which I used against Manibus. Basically Saver set in combination with Dark Resonance. And when it comes to unique piece, I'm using Cage Helmet. And skins which I use to make my equipment is basically Starfalco Hide and Lunar skins on my helmet, gloves, shoes, pants, and lastly I used Lunar Wolf skin for additional max stamina, which is nice to have, you know, because we'll be dashing a lot. So having additional stamina will be very helpful. And when it comes to mods which you want to use, you want to use Momentum Up with Lunar Suffix. If you don't have classic mods, you can use the same mod in new mod system. Basically, this will be the mod which you will want to use. Sorry, this one. Momentum Up with Lunar Suffix. Yeah, basically you will gain additional weapon damage because you will be always sitting on one bullet, so you will gain additional weapon damage. The best choice for this boss fight. And for mask, you will want to use Shrapnel Carnage with Shrapnel Suffix. And for your chest, you will want to use any mod with Lunar Suffix. This is what I'm using. If you don't have classic mods, you can use any mod in new mod system. It doesn't matter if it will give you some let's say damage reduction or additional shields, because we'll be shooting only once, so it's not that important. So use the best mod which you have. But if you are looking for the best one, then you will want to use rejuvenating with lunar suffix. This one, yeah. This is like the most flexible mod. Most of the time you will want to use this suffix, this mod with this effect. Yeah. And when it comes to pants, this is what I use, that shot with arrow suffix. The best thing about this mod is that when you will be using your battle skill on butterfly, you will be gaining this bonus. You will be getting additional critical damage. So even though we are shooting only once, each butterfly hit will, if it will deal critical damage, it will give us additional critical damage. Yeah. So basically, that shot arrow on your pants, and for gloves, I'm using critical boost with arrow suffix. But if you have high level crescent suffix, use it instead. It should give you a bit more damage. But as you can see, my crescent suffix is only level 14, and that's why I'm using arrow suffix instead. But crescent should be slightly better on this slot. And for shoes, I'm using Phantasmal, Rush Hour Phantasmal, and this one should be the best option which we have. If you don't have Phantasmal mods, you can also use Rush Hour with Downstar suffix, exactly this one. And if you didn't know, you can still get Phantasmal mods in Redemption Shop like this. All you will have to do is open Visional Redemption Shop, and as you can see, these mods are still available. All you have to do is collect gravity crystals and buy this chest, and you will be able to get these mods. So yeah, this is what I used when it comes to mods, and when it comes to cradles, this is my setup. Basically, additional sniper damage, damage reduction, which isn't that important, weapon damage, extra shields, extra deviant power recovery speed at night, extra damage against all enemies when you will have enough shields, and extra shrapnel damage from these two bonuses. From these two bonuses. Yeah. So now I will show you food bus which I used. So I used whimsical drink with deviated sage for extra movement speed, and this food buff will give you weapon damage. And then I used also Stardust Mushroom Soup for extra max stamina and shrapnel damage from meat effect. And then I used canned steak for extra shrapnel damage. And lastly, bone deviated sausage for extra damage against bosses. In addition, you will want to use Arrow Lip Whim, which will let you dash. And I think next thing which I want to show you is my deviation. So this is my deviation which I used. Basically, Butterfly with Power Rewind, Star Knight, and Moonlight Assault. This version of Butterfly will be slightly better than Weak Spot Master because you can't take advantage of extra deviant power recovery speed when you will be hitting weak spots. And because of it, there is no point to use it. So now we will be using for this boss fight Star Knight, Butterfly, which will give you some extra weapon damage, which is, in my opinion, better than having like 1 or 2 deviant power. And you shouldn't have problems with deviant power anyway, because it will take you like 10 to 15 seconds to get to the boss fight. So yeah, you will have enough time to recover your Butterfly ultimate. Yeah, so I think when it comes to this setup, that's it. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and I think I will see you guys on Sunday, as always, on my live streams. So yeah, thank you guys again, and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.